Hi, I'm August. 26 and 26 officially starts today, so I thought we could listen to Time Inevitable Time together. And I'll stop it every once in a while. It's basically a react video, but just for the song, so let's listen to it. I'll tell you a little bit about the lyrics, how it was written, how it was recorded. So yeah, let's do this. Let's listen to the first of 26 songs in 26.
How long, how long does it take to go back to how it was? Can we go back to how we were? And when did everything lose its color? How come we didn't see it coming? How did we get here? Oh, how did we get here? Growing up is a crime.
So that tagline, "Growing up is a crime," is actually what started this song. I was with my wife and kids. My wife's right there, by the way. And our two kids, we were at this playground, and I was just looking at them running around, chasing each other. We have a 3-year-old and a 2-year-old, and the 3-year-old was pretending to chase the 2-year-old because she can't barely run. And I was just looking at them thinking, that innocence, that is such a beautiful innocence, such a beautiful moment of life. Growing up should be a crime. And I was instantly like, oh, growing up should be a crime is a great tagline for a song. And I remember my wife looking at me, and I was like, just outside of myself. She was like, did you just think of a song? And I was like, kinda, yeah. So that was about April 2025. And I just had this tagline written for a long time until it eventually became "Growing Up is a Crime," and I wrote the rest of the song around it. Let's keep listening.
We lost the magic. Wanna became fear. I wanna go back to when monsters lived only under the
I love that
bed.
one.
Oh, but it's too late. No, we can never go back. Time inevitable time.
That's another thing about the song. The name of the song was actually "Growing Up is a Crime," but after recording it with Daniel, I was like, "Time Inevitable Time." That's actually the coolest hook. Time Inevitable Time, and you have the little fade with the voice on, like "Time Inevitable Time." That's such a cool moment. At least for us in the studio, it was a cool moment. So that eventually became the name of the song instead of "Growing Up is a Crime." And to me, at least, it speaks of the song a little bit better, and it's just a cooler name. Come on, it's a cooler name. I also love the part where I say, "I want to go back to when monsters lived only under the bed." That's such a cool little visual of a time of innocence. I don't know. What do you think? Tell me in the comments. Ooh, such a YouTuber.
Time. When did wonder turn to worry? When did laughter lose its sound? No, we're too scared to make a sound. And do you miss the days?
Now I gotta talk about that. Too scared to make a sound because I actually have issues with that. First of all, I love the "when did laughter lose its sound? Now we're too scared to make a sound." But as a 30-something-year-old guy with neighbors, I actually hate making sound. I hate that I get in the way of people, which is hard being a musician. Can't really. It's hard being at home trying to play sing or whatever it is, and but thinking about, oh, are my neighbors listening? And even though when they do listen, it's usually compliments, but it's still, I don't really like doing it. So this does intimately speak about my own insecurities in a way. Yeah. Let's just keep listening.
No, we're too scared to make a sound. And do you miss the taste of summer? When time moved like honey. Now the days just blur together. How did we get here?
Yeah, that's a cool line too. So that's, I mean, it's obvious. It's speaking about basically, do you miss the taste of summer when time moved like honey? I like, obviously, summer doesn't really have a taste, but it's a sweet thing. Summer was a sweeter thing when you're a kid because you actually have days off, unlike when you're stuck in an IT job. I like the line, and I like that I then brought in the sweetness with the honey and time moving like honey because honey drips slowly. It makes sense, right? So I like that juxtaposition, and how the days are blurred together. Honey is blurry. I have filmed with honey on screen. I don't recommend it. You lose the lens forever, but it's a cool effect. But it is blurry, and now, everything being blurry is about just every day, all day just mixing together when you're stuck in this routine of a 9 to 5. So, drama. Let's keep listening.
Growing up is a crime. We lost the magic. Wanna became fear. I wanna go back to when monsters lived only under the bed. Oh, but it's too late. No, we can never go back. Time inevitable. Time. Growing up's not the enemy. That's not the real tragedy. Growing up's not the enemy. We forgot how to dream. That's the tragedy.
Well, there we have it. 3 minutes and 4 seconds of music. That ending there, I think it's really speaks for itself, right? Growing up's not the enemy. That's not the real tragedy. Growing up's not the enemy. We forgot how to dream. That's the tragedy. And I think that is true for a lot of people. I know it is for myself. I know that for a long time there, I just, music became kind of a plan B. And then life happens, and you get a job, and you can't leave the job. Then you get married, and then you have kids, and kids take time, dude. But you gotta make time for the things that you want. You gotta make time for the things that you love, and I guess here we are. Me at 32, Daniel a bit more than that. I'm not gonna do him dirty like that, but here we are, just actually trying for once. So hopefully you like the music. Follow along. I'm gonna have 25 other songs this year, one every 2 weeks. So this is just the beginning of a very cool project, 26 and 26. Stick around for more videos like this. Stick around for more behind the scenes. And that's kind of it. Time Inevitable Time is out now on wherever you listen to music to. And we hope you enjoyed the music. Thanks for listening either way.